AQUAGE has a wide array of styling products. I think one of the most impressive products, or at least probably the product that made me fall in love with this line the most, is their defining gel. Ladies, do you have that curly hair that nobody really understands? Does it get frizzy? Does it get unruly? Well, guess what? I have your solution, defining gel. This is the greatest product. It adds a lot of texture to the hair without that old-fashioned crunch feeling. You just need to section your hair, start with a pump, work that section, then get another pump, work the next section. You want all of your hair to have a little bit of that slip factor feeling to it, because then you know that your hair is completely emulsified with it. And then when you go to dry your hair, don't do the old-fashioned scrunching. Just take your diffuser and allow the product to do its job. The defining gel is great. Another Launchpad winner. Really, really good product. It comes in both small and large size. This is a curl defining cream. Again, a fantastic curling product. This is made a little different. It doesn't have the liquid. It has a little bit more of a creamy texture. I like to use this on people whose hair is a little bit finer. Maybe they don't need as much product, but they still need a lot of assistance with their curl. This is really good. Sometimes I have the client that I actually cocktail the two of them together. I might use the defining gel when their hair is wet, and then come back in and do a little finish work with the curl defining cream when the hair is dry. So there's no right or wrong to these two products, but it would be wrong if you didn't use them. Really, really good products. Get your curly hair manageable again. This is uplifting foam. This is magic in a can. This is the greatest root lifter ever. It's got a little nozzle, so when you're applying it to your hair, it's not going to spray all over your bathroom. This is the greatest root boost. What I like to do with it is, after I've combed through a client's hair, I go to the areas that I'd like to get the maximum amount of volume. I go ahead and I spray it into their new growth area, and I work it through with my fingers. If I know that I need to create a little bit more texture, a little bit more density, or I even need it just for control, I might zigzag it down through the hair strand and then go ahead and style. The one thing I really like about uplifting foam is most of our products are used on wet hair, right? Well, uplifting foam has multifunctions. If you are on your way out the door, you shampooed your hair, it's clean, it's dry, but you need to use a little extra something just to give a little bit more lift, a little bit more control, you can go ahead and put this in your hair dry and then go back over it with your blow dryer and your round brush, and it's going to give you just as much volume and still lots of shine, never any flake. I'd like to introduce you to thickening spray gel. Not only does it help to hold your style, but it's great for volume. The bubbles, no, it's not thick, it's definitely lightweight, it's just a little bubbly for those of you who need a little extra. I like to mix this with my uplifting foam. I like to use this on the ends of the hair. I like to use this on the root of the hair. It's a really good team. A little bit goes a long way. Since we're talking about volume and texture, I'd like to introduce you to volumizing treatment. So if you need a little bit of a leave-in conditioner, but something that's also going to help to maximize your hair's volume potential, this is really good. Again, you can cocktail any of our volume products together, but I like this because it gives you a little extra protection, especially for if you're going to use some thermal products, or especially if you're going to use thermal products. So, volumizing treatment.